All right. So we're going to come to our mat. We're going to start on our back today, and it's nice to have a brick. Remember, our back takes a lot of just force every day. We sit a lot. When you sit, you compound that spine, bend and lift, reach and pull. Almost everything you do involves that lower back. And so we need to treat it kindly. We need to know things that we should and shouldn't do. And so today's practice is going to just honor that lower back of ours and try and avoid the poses that are really not good for your back. So no camels today and no bridge poses. So let's start on our back. We're going to take the brick. We're going to rest it right at that sacrum. It's going to feel really good. So shift it around until it just feels good. That hard surface to flatten out that back. It's a nice way to start. We're going to kind of tackle warming up and stretching that back from almost every angle. Let's go ahead and just find that little spot. And when you do, think about just widening your shoulders. Let them just drop towards the floor. Now, when it comes to the feet, you can keep the feet flat on the floor with the knees bent. You can try placing the feet together and letting the knees go wide, or bringing the knees together and letting the feet go wide. So play around and see what feels the best for you this morning. Any stress, then pick a different method. So here, let's take a moment to honor also our breath. So bring your attention to gentle inhales, gentle exhales. We dedicate this practice just to each and every one of us for showing up, for having the desire to look out after yourselves, after ourselves. Showing up as you do is the greatest sign of self-love. When you have self-love, you can love freely so much easier. So just a couple more breaths in and out. And then finally, just bring the feet directly to the floor, knees over them. Lift enough just to remove the brick and gently lower yourself all the way down. You should feel the difference. It should feel nice. One knee at a time, just bring it up towards you. As you inhale, gently pull it closer. Exhale, open up the knees and send them back and around to each other. So little pull, open, return to center. Just pull them in, open, and return to center. And pull them in, open, and return to center. And this time just pull them in, and then just either direction, just small circles with your knees connected. Feel the massaging of the spine. And then just stop and go the opposite way. And then return to center. Send away the left leg all the way to the floor. Bring the right one a little bit closer. And then pull it out to the side. Bring it a little closer to center. And out to the side. And then take the sole of your foot and gently rest it inside of your left leg. Sleeping pigeon. Not sleeping pigeon. This is a figure 4 on the floor. Place one hand on that left hip, one hand on the right inner thigh, and think of kind of pushing away and down at the same time. Just kind of opening that hip. One thing to remember, that the hip flexors are vital. That whole psoas area is vitally important to the health of your back. So in order to have a successful class to stretch and ease back pain, we need to
bring our hip flexors into play as well. All right, we're going to just pick this leg up, keeping that right foot on the left leg. Just bring it over to a half twist. Go with the roll until you're about parallel with the floor. Easy twist. Return to center. Pull this right knee in once again, but this time let's find a sleeping pigeon. Push the right leg away. Hold it there. And then slowly bring the left knee towards you. If you can feed your hands through your legs to connect behind your left knee or hamstring, connect them there and straighten out that left leg. Flex the foot, pulling the toe towards you, and just pull gently. As always, listen closely to your body. And because we're dedicating this to our lower back, really pay attention to any messages your back is trying to tell you to ease up, to release a little, or more, maybe even telling you you can go a little bit more. Good. Rebend the knee. Go ahead and place it down. Place both feet on the floor, about hip width apart, and gently rock them a little side to side. Just a little. And then bring them back to center, where you'll bring that left knee in this time. Pull it in a little closer, and then just pull it out wide and back in, out wide and back in. This time, pull it out wide and hold it there, sliding the right leg to the floor. Go ahead and move the sole of your foot to the inside of the leg. Placing one hand on that left inner thigh and one hand on the right hip, pull down and away. And then scooping this left leg up and over, keep the foot attached as you roll into a half twist. Returning to center, pull this left leg back in, bend the right leg, cross it over, and push the left leg away from you. As we push away, we're simply maneuvering our body a little bit to square off our hips a little bit more. And then let's finally bring the knee in, the right knee in closer. If you can feed your hands underneath your hamstring, connect them there. Otherwise, you just choose an option. Right leg comes up, toe pulls down. Once again, listen to the body here. Rebend the right knee and place the knees together. Lift the head and the shoulders off the floor. This time keeping the right knee in, just push away the left. Make sure you are anchored and grounded, rooted to the mat. Draw the belly in, feel the spine pushing towards the mat. Simply switch legs. Hold here. And then switch. Once again, any pain, keep the head down. Avoid it if it can't be released. Strong core equals healthy back as well. One more each way. Bringing both knees back in, lower the head, the shoulders, and lift both legs to the sky. Bring the arms up as well. Pull the shoulders down. Go ahead and lower the right leg and the right arm at the same time. And then bring them back. Lower the left leg and the left arm and bring them back. Lower the right leg and right arm side by side. They go down the same direction. And now the other way. And now we'll switch it. So we'll lower the right leg and the left arm opposite directions. And bring them up. Left leg and right arm opposite directions. And bring them up. Right leg and left arm. And bring them up. And then the other side. And bring them up. Connecting your legs, feel your spine anchored. Draw some small circles. And then stopping, bringing the hands behind the knees. Cross the right leg in front of the left and roll up to a seated pose. As we come into seated pose, let's take a seated cat and cow. Inhale, just push the heart forward. Exhale, we're going to just roll the spine back as far as it will go, hold on to the knees. Inhale, come up and just gently press forward. And then exhale, roll it back. And this time coming all the way up. Keep pulling your body forward. Reach for the floor in front of you, crawl forward and bow the head. As we return, just slide the arms in, then reach them to the sky. Taking a twist to the right. Right hand behind you, left hand on your knee. Take a breath and find height and space in the spine, and then just gently push as you exhale and look over the shoulder. Not every twist is favorable when you are talking about spine health, but this one is really nice. Inhale, both arms reach up, and then exhale, just go the other way. Take a moment to get tall through the spine, and then just give it a little gentle push and look over the back shoulder. For instance, a crescent lunge with a twist is something we won't do today. It's a bit too much when we're talking about treating our lower spine nicely. Slowly come all the way up, both arms overhead, and exhale, bring the hands down. Take the leg that is in the back and bring it to the front. Hands on the knees, inhale, get tall, push the heart forward. Exhale, roll the spine back. Inhale, come up and go a little further forward. Exhale, roll the spine back. And this time we're going to come forward again, but keep moving the body forward. Reach your fingertips towards the floor and bow the head down. Inhale, sliding the arms back to the center, reach them to the sky. Placing the right hand on the floor beside you, just tip over to the right. Inhale, both arms reach up, and exhale, tip over to the left. Inhale, rise to center, and exhale, float both hands down. Making our way into tabletop position, option to pull the feet in and walk over the knees, or release and swing the legs around. Find the center of the mat, spread the fingers nice and wide. Take the proper cat and cow now, dropping the belly down, scoop and lifting the heart to shine forward. And then exhale, draw the navel in, tuck your hips underneath as you roll to a cat. Go slow and purposeful, dropping down, scooping and lifting. And then rolling, tucking, curling. So again, just dropping and rolling. And then one more time. And rolling it up. Coming back to center, take your right arm and reach it out to the side and just keep lifting it as far as it will comfortably go. And then exhale, push it through and under the left arm. Inhale, pull it out. Exhale, reach it through. Inhale, pull it out. And exhale, take it through. And inhale, take it out. And exhale, pull it through. This time, bring it out wide. Take the right knee, slide it behind you, just bend and open up to that right hand side, pulling the hip away from the floor.
Take this arm and drop it towards your ear, circle down and around. And down and around. And then down and reach for the floor as you return to tabletop position. Taking your left arm out to the side, take a breath in and exhale, feed it through. Inhale, pull it out and up. More is not better, remember that. Take it only up as far as you are comfortable. And then reaching it through, really nice for the back here. Take it back and bring it through. And then bring it out halfway, take the left leg out and extend it, and then open up towards that left-hand side. Pull the hips away from the floor, and now circle down, around and up, and down, around and up. And then reach for the floor and come back to center. Take the knees wide, the toes touch. Push all the way back to a long extended child's pose. Crawl the fingers forward, drop the forehead down. Feel free to use a brick to touch if you need to. Another really good back stretch. Shifting all the way forward to the forearms, step the feet back and bring the belly to the mat. Sphinx pose, pull the elbows in towards the rib cage as you root them onto your mat. And so you're trying to pull the front of the mat backwards. Look straight ahead. Good. Just soften and release. And let's go one more time. So pulling in, sending your heart forward. And then release, relax. Move your hands back towards the shoulders, dropping all the way down. We're going to come up to just a baby cobra. That means your elbows stay bent. So lift right here and hold. Without putting too much pressure on that lower back, pull the shoulders down towards the mat. Lift the head high, gaze straight ahead. Beautiful. And then slowly drop all the way down, sliding the hands by your side with the knuckles towards the floor. Let the nose face your mat and slowly pull the feet and the arms off of the floor. And touch back down. Again, just lift locust pose and put it down. And then just one more time, just lift, hold, maybe look up. And then drop all the way back down. Fold the arms in front of you, rest your forehead on your top hand, bend your knees, rock side to side with those feet. Fantastic. Coming right back to center, lower the feet, lift and pull the elbows back in. Let's take a nice low plank. So tuck the toes, pull the knees off the floor, and slowly lift the body. Hold right here. This bothers the back. Once again, avoid it. We've got to throw in some core here for strengthening, balancing. And then lowering all the way back down. Placing the hands next to your chest, push up to your knees. And then tap the toes for our very first downward facing dog. Another really good stretch for the back. Downward facing dog, unless you have reasons not to hang upside down, is a fantastic pose to incorporate all the time. If you tune into what you feel, your whole body is active in this pose. So use this pose a moment to really feel it, kind of move those hips side to side. Feel free to walk your dog, do anything that just kind of feels good. Dipping, bending. It's a wonderful way to familiarize yourself with how you are feeling today. Fantastic. Bringing the heels high off the floor, drifting forward, lower the knees right back down. Sliding the right leg out behind you, toe touches the floor, left fingertips reach out, touching the floor. Now both of them lift and then touch down. lift, and touch down, lift, and touch down, and lift, and touch down. This time lift and hold, keep the leg up, bring the hand back down. Open the hip and throw the leg over to the right and then bring it back to center and lift it a little higher. Lower, turn and push, bring it back to center and lift it up. Open the hip and toss it to the side, bring it back to center and lift it up. Open the hip and toss it over, bring it back and lift it. Open the hip and toss it, bring it back and lift it. And open the hip and toss it, bring it back and lift and hold. Little pulses, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and pull the knee in. Cross it over. Stay on the fingertips here. Push the right hip towards the mat. Yes. And then begin to melt down, little at a time. Bringing the forearms to the floor in front of you, just bow and hold. Any form of pigeon is good for your lower back. If it's not good for your knee, you know to avoid it or switch to another position. Walk the fingertips back and pull yourself back up to king pigeon. Dropping the right hip to the floor, simply turn around into Janu Shavasana pose. Bringing the sole of your foot to the inside of the long leg, left leg. Inhale, lift the arms to the sky, and exhale, bow forward. Reach wherever you can. Side, you can grab your mat to pull. You can grab at your shin anywhere, your calf, or reach for your foot. Remember, we're going to extend our spine a little more by sending our heart forward on the inhale. As you exhale, keep the gaze forward as you just bring your chin down towards your shin. Reach the right arm forward. Sweep it around until it touches down behind you, and then lift up once again, just reaching, pulling the hip away, circling the arm down as it touches, spin back around, and bring your knees in. Well done. Slide the left toe out to touch the mat, and the right fingers out to touch the mat. Lift up together, and touch down, and together, and touch down, and together, and touch down, and together, and touch down. This time, lift and hold and slide the hand back down below you. Taking that left leg, open the hip and give it a little toss to the side. Bring it back to the center and lift it. Open the hip and toss it. Bring it back to the center and lift it. Open the hip and toss it. Bring it back to the center and lift it. Open the hip and toss it. Bring it back and lift it. Just 4 more. And lift. And lift, open and toss, and lift just 1 more time, and we'll take just 8 little pulses, small, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, pull the knee in. Cross it over the other leg, stay high on the fingertips a moment in this king pigeon. Use this opportunity to pull the shoulders down away from the ears. Let the heart be open and slowly melt down towards the floor. Walking the hands forward, placing the forearms on the floor and bowing the head down. Walking the fingertips back, press yourself up to that king pigeon once again, and use this time to turn yourself around. Right leg is rooted and anchored, the toe is flexed, lift the arms to the sky, and then exhale, reach where you can. Take a breath and seek a little extra space and length. And then exhale, bring the chin a little closer to the shin. Reaching the left arm a little bit further forward, circle it up and over. As it touches down behind you, lift and take that gate pose again, pulling the hips away from the floor, and then continuing to reach for the floor as you pick up that knee and spin back around to tabletop position. Tucking the toes underneath you, bring your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg comes high to the sky. Exhale, bend, open up. Inhale, straighten the leg, and exhale, simply put it down. Left leg comes up, bend the knee, stack and open the hips. Lift it back up and put it down. Long breath in and long breath out. Walk to the center of your mat, bending your knees. Allow your body like a rag doll to roll to stand. Keep the chin tucked until the end. Draw the belly in, the rib cage in. Lift the shoulders towards the ears and then put them back behind you. Fantastic. If you wish, face forward. Tree pose. Balance pose number 1. Another really good one because we're going to open our hips and it causes our core to work. So let's bring our right foot up. Remember, kickstand if you are unsure of your balance. Calf if you want that little safe zone to touch down quickly if you need to. Or all the way up if you're feeling you can take that balanced pose. Remember, on this pose, the outer side of the supporting leg plays a major role. Tuck the hips under a little bit. Pull the shoulders back and down. Reach your fingertips toward the outer corners of your mat. And then reach to the side walls and overhead. And soften the elbows. Turn the pinkies in as though they're having a conversation with each other. Hello, how are you? Good. Fantastic. Release by floating the hands right back the way they came. And as they come down, touch down, and bend your knees. Well done. Well, that was one successful side, so let's try the other. Let's see how we do. So left leg comes up, same rules apply. Kickstand halfway or all the way up. Once you find that spot, tuck your hips under a little bit. Pull the shoulders back and down. Reach for the corners of the mat. And then slowly reach for the side walls. And up to the corners of the room as you soften the elbows and turn the fingers in. Release by taking the arms down the same way they came up and touch back down and walk it out. Fantastic. Take a big breath right here. Bring the legs nice and wide. Fold forward. This is safe with those wide legs, safe to do. So go ahead and just let the head move towards the floor and the hips pull up towards the sky, shifting the weight of the feet towards the balls of the feet. When you think of your hips here, I want you to think of the muscles from the kneecaps to the hips to be involved in that lift. If you're in a position in this forward fold that you can reach for your brick and bring it close by, just bring it. Otherwise, as we come up, you can grab it. Just leave it low and then slowly roll to stand. Nice and easy. Well done. Fantastic. Inhale, arms reaching up. Exhale, bow straight down this time. And just enough to grab that brick. If it's not nearby, take a moment to get it. Meet me back with that arms overhead, holding the brick. Pushing the hands into the brick. Fantastic. Turn the left heel in. Right heel in, right toe out. Kick out that back foot. Keeping that brick in your right hand, open up. Slowly move right into triangle pose, placing the brick behind your foot. The brick is a beauty for this pose. It is just delightful. It lifts us up, creates more space. Another really nice pose for that back. No stress. We are using those muscles and taking advantage of where we are for another balance pose. Bring the top hand and allow it to rest on your hip or your waist. Turn your eyes to look down at your toes and bend the knee just a little. Walk forward with the brick and your back foot. And once again, and lift. Turn the hip to face the front. Then lift the arm up. Maybe your gaze can face forward as well here. Bending the knee, just walk back, touch down, return to triangle pose. And then bring this top arm all the way down. We're going to pivot the back foot and lower our knee to the mat. Well done. Bringing this brick to the inside of the leg, come up nice and tall. Place the hands on the top leg. Take a nice breath in, and then just let the hip glide forward. Inhale, pull it back, and exhale, fingertips go down as the leg straightens. Inhale, come up, hands on thigh. Exhale, glide forward. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, straighten the leg as you reach for the mat and bow down. Inhale, come up, and exhale, glide forward. And then inhale, come back, and exhale, reach. This time, move the fingers forward. Rebend the knee into a nice deep lunge. Use the brick if you need it. Walk your right foot a little out to the side and bring both hands inside for just a nice hip stretch. Slowly pull the hips back, walk the foot back in. Tuck the back toe and lift the knee, spin the heel, reach for the brick with both hands and lift up to warrior one. Open up to warrior two with arms overhead, and then return to center with both toes facing forward. Bring the brick down. Well done. Inhale, sweep it back up. This time, turn the left and the right heel. Take the brick in the left hand as you open up and come into triangle pose. This is how your triangle pose should feel when you're not using a brick. We need that space to lift, open. Good. Now bringing that top hand to your hip and your gaze towards your foot. Soften the knee. Step forward with the brick and the back foot. And one more, shift and lift, half moon pose. Turn your toe to face the front. Push down with that supporting leg and see if you can't turn the whole body as you reach up. Soften the knee, step back with both the brick and the foot, touch down gently. Good. Bring that top hand to the mat as you spin the heel and drop the back knee down. Go ahead and just move that brick to the inside. Stay nice and deep in your lunge. And then slowly pull the hips back and take a nice stretch. Inhale, rebend the knees, come up, bring the hands to the thighs and press. And then reach fingertips to the floor as you straighten out the leg. Rebend and send the hips forward. And then pull back and reach and stretch the hamstring. From here, just crawl the fingertips forward And begin to bend the knee deep, 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 deep. Move the foot a couple little steps towards the right, bring both hands inside. Use the brick if you wish to rest a hand or a forearm on, and just take your variation of pigeon pose. Of lizard pose. Slowly walking it back. Go ahead and move your foot in those steps once again. Tuck the back toe, lift the knee, and turn the heel into root. Reach for the brick with both hands as you bring it overhead to warrior one. And then warrior two. And then push to center, both toes turn in. Tip over a little to the right. Come to the center. And a gentle, easy tip to the left. And to the center. And then reaching forward, keep folding forward to deposit that brick right back on the floor. Rolling up to stand, lift the shoulders, send them back behind you, and bring your heels in and your toes out. Pushing the hips down towards the floor, bring your hands inside the knees, push them out as you pull the heels in a little more, and take care of your posture. Roll the shoulders back and down. Beautiful. Bring the hands simply to the heart here. Take a moment, just close your eyes, come to the here and now as you close your eyes. Maybe you feel a little wobbly. Good. And then slowly push and lift, turn the toes back forward, and then step the feet back in. Taking out one more balance pose. So we've done tree pose and half moon pose. Let's do a figure four, because that opening that hip once again is really healthy for that back. So bring the right knee up and then grab the ankle, cross it over and sit down. So here you have lots of options. Come forward with the body a little, place the elbow on the inner knee. And then see if you can bring the hands to prayer and place the opposite elbow on the insole of your foot. And then sink that hip a little deeper. Find something on the floor to stare at. And then slowly, slowly, slowly rise. Pull the knee up towards you. And then simply put it down. Fantastic. All right, last one. Other side, bring the knee up. Just reach for the ankle and pull it towards you. Take your time. Cross it over and begin to sit. Once again, first goal is to place the forearm on the top leg, elbow on the inside knee. And then perhaps our hands can come to prayer and the opposite elbow touches the insole of your foot. As you sink a little deeper, find something to stare at on the floor. Something that needs to be picked up, vacuumed, a little coloration, anything. And then ever so slowly begin to rise to stand and put the foot, bring the knee all the way up first, all the way, squeeze it into the body, and then put it down. Well done. Step to the front of the mat. Inhale, arms reaching up. Exhale, bow forward with bent knees. And then step back 1 foot, 2 foot to a plank pose. Holding your plank pose. Right knee comes in, left knee comes in to the same arm. Just pull it forward. Pull it, pull it, and pull it, and pull it. Dropping the knees all the way down. Slowly let the hips, the belly, and the chest touch down. Inhale, just a baby cobra today. Exhale, touch down. Inhale, push to your knees, tuck the toes, and downward facing dog. Right leg reaches high, bend the knee and open. Inhale, reach it up again, and this time bring it in and put it down. Spinning the back heel. Inhale to warrior one. Come up to warrior one and hook the right thumb behind the left thumb. Hook it tight and try and pull them apart. Hold it there. And then release. Reach up and look up. Open up warrior two. Inhale, reach up to the sky, straighten the leg. Exhale, go a little deeper. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale, reach up. And then nice and deep and hold. Feel the fingertips reach away from you. Take a peaceful warrior and right into a side angle, all the way up. Slowly come back to peaceful warrior. And then find your way back down to the mat, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, drift to plank pose and hold. Bring your left knee to left arm, right knee to right arm, left knee, right knee, left knee, and right knee. Lower the knees and then allow the body to go down, thighs, hips, belly. Rise to a baby cobra. If you're feeling great, pick full cobra, it's fine. This is for lower back, so I'm teaching it like lower back. Push to the knees, back up to down dog. Left leg comes up. Bend the knee, just open it up. Straighten it up and pull it forward. Spinning the back heel, rise to warrior one. As we come into warrior one, the left thumb hooks behind the right this time. Hook it firmly and then try and pull them apart. Feel that tension in that upper back. And then release and look up. And then spin out to warrior two. Feel the fingertips reaching wall to wall, parallel with the floor, soft shoulders. Straighten the leg, arms overhead. Exhale, rebend, go deeper. Inhale, lift. Exhale, go deep. Inhale, lift. And go deep. And one more time, lift it up. And then go deep and hold. Inhale to a peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended at side angle. Hold it here. Remember my fingertips on your back, pulling the top one back, the lower one under. And then one more peaceful warrior. And then right back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Perfect. Inhale, drift to plank. Exhale, lower the knees. Allow the rest of the body to move to the mat. Inhale to a baby cobra. Exhale, push to the knees and push all the way back to child's pose. Good. All right, so we're going to come back forward to low plank. Forearms, step back. Lower the hips down. I'm going to start with my left leg because it's facing you. We're going to take a nice half a frog pose. So we're going to pull that left leg out to the side. And the foot is straight out. It's not bent in towards your leg. It is straight down towards the back of the mat. Think of your hips here, pushing that left one a little towards the floor. Bring the whole body down. Reach the arms forward. Place the hands together. And then bend the elbows and bring the thumbs to touch the back of your head. Fantastic. Releasing the arms, take the left hand towards your chest and then push yourself onto your side, lifting the leg and pushing it over the body and touching the floor. Well done. Come back to the center and release. Come back to the forearms and pull the right leg out to that half a frog pose. Remember, the knee goes up high. The foot is flexed, facing the back side of the room. And then we'll crawl all the way down towards the floor, feeling the right hip pressing as much to the floor as it can. And then placing your hands in prayer, bring the thumbs towards the back of your head and allow it to just rest there. Release the arms all the way, pulling the right arm back towards your chest. Roll to your side and lift and send your foot to just barely touch the floor behind you. And then come back to the center. Fantastic. Push up to baby cobra, then to your knees. We're going to change positions to come to our seats. So just any way you want, pull up and make your way onto your seat. Grab a brick, place it between your knees. Reaching forward, slowly roll down the spine. Good. All the way down. Lift the knees off of the floor, anchor the spine by pulling the belly in. You should feel that spine touching down. Beautiful. Now bring the arms up, push to the floor, and then bring the arms back up and reach thumbs to the floor. So the legs are staying stable and still, and the force is pressing in on that brick and pushing the spine into the floor, lifting the arms up and back, and then lifting the arms up and down. Use your breath, don't hold your breath. I know it doesn't feel like a lot, but your core and your abdominals are working hard as well as your thighs and inner thighs. Good. And then just one more time. And bring them down. Well done. Remove the brick and place the feet to the floor. Tick-tock a little side to side, just easy tick-tock, not too much, not yet. All righty, let's go ahead and bring our knees in and our legs up. Reaching for the right leg, lift the head and the shoulder. It's important to engage the spine here. Lower the left to a hover. Take a breath and pull gently, and then exhale, push and switch. So once again, listen to your back. It should be warmed up. It should have no problem with this. If you are engaging that back by keeping your core active and involved, breathe or hold your breath. Well done. Last set. And then bring both legs back up to the sky and lower the head down. Bending the knees, place the feet to the floor and let the knees come out wide. Butterfly pose. Bring the hands behind the head, interlacing the fingers. Let's just lift up and down and up and down and lift and lower 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 for 4 and for 3 and for 2 and then for 1. Lower all the way down. Release your head. Bring the right knee to touch the left. And then roll off onto that left side and support your head. If you're facing the back, you're on your side, your knees are stacked, your legs are bent. It's fine. Just listen up. Lift the knee off the other and put it back down. Lift it up and put it down. Lift it up and put it down, and lift it up and put it down. Just lift it. Your feet stay touching. Lift it. Good. And lift it one more time and hold it. Pull the knee towards the shoulder and then extend the leg long. Pull it in and extend it long. Pull it in, extend it long, and in, extend it long. For 4, and for 3, and for 2, and then for 1. Leave it long, and now pulse it up for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Pull the right leg forward, and then send it back behind you. Now, as you pull it forward, take the right arm and sweep it backwards, and then switch place and reach forward. So we're just sweeping, and our arm and our leg are crossing in the center. and pulling and reaching, pulling and reaching. One more time, just pull and reach, and then return to center. Roll back onto the back and open up those legs, hands behind your head, interlace your fingers. Let's take it up again, just up and down, 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 up and down. And then we have one more set. So it's 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2, and then touch down, release the hands. Bring the left knee to touch the right, and then roll to your right and support your head. So if you're facing the back, once again, you're on your side, your knees are bent and they are stacked. Lift the top knee off the bottom, put it back down. Off the bottom and put it back down. Off the bottom and put it back down, and off the bottom and put it back down. For 4, and for 3, and for 2 on this last one, leave it up, pull the knee towards your shoulder, extend the leg long, pull it in, extend the leg long, pull it in, extend the leg long, and in, and extend the leg long. Pull it in, extend the leg long, in, extend the leg long, in and long. One more time, and the little pulses right here for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Bring this left leg forward as you sweep your arm behind you, and then sweep the arm to the front as you bring the leg behind you. Crossing in the center, and sweep and reach. Sweep and reach, and sweep and reach. Sweep and reach, and sweep and reach, and sweep and reach, and sweep and reach. For 4, and 3, just 2 more right here, and 1 more time. And then bring everything back together. Open the knees and roll onto your back for last set. Bring the hands behind the head and interlace the fingers. Lift and lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, and lower, and lift, and lower, lift, and lower, lift, and lower. We've got 2 more right here, and then 1 last set. Here's 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, then 1. Lower all the way down, pull the knees together.
I'm gonna tell
Take
you,
a moment here to reach for your brick.
the lilacs are starting to bloom in the yard. They're spectacular.
As you reach for your brick, we're going to put it in our right hand.
I
We're going to bring our right knee up. Let me mute this and see we have some chatter going on.
get over there.
Where'd you buy Matilda's from?
Oh, I didn't realize.
Remember, if you mute, stay muted. All right, let's come back down. Let's put the right brick on our right thigh. Press deep into it. Now use force, pulling the knee in, pulling the thigh into you as you push your hands into this brick. Just anchor the spine. Now the belly comes in and the spine tries to get all the way into that mat. Lift the head, the shoulders, and send away the left leg. Hold right here. An isometric move. If it bothers your back, put the foot back down and only do the knee. And then let it go. Switch sides. Pulling the knee in, place your hands on top of that thigh. Push deep and pull as though you're trying to make that brick smaller. Good. Now that's enough as long as you now pull the belly in and push your spine deep into your mat. If you can take a little more, lift the head up and send the leg long. If that bothers your back, keep the foot right on the floor, but use all this resistance here to power up the core. And then release and let it go. Well done. Placing the brick once again between your knees. Just go ahead and let the arms be wherever you're comfortable. We're going to squeeze that brick and lift the legs to you. And then we're going to tap our toes to the floor. Lift them up and tap our toes. Lift them up and tap our toes and lift them up and tap our toes and lift them up and tap our toes
and lift them up and tap our toes. This time, lift them up, let the knees fall to the right, all the way over this time. Roll over, remove the brick if it's not comfortable to use the brick. And then lifting the knees up, just send them over to the other side. Squeeze in that brick. Go with a roll. Just go gently. Listen to your body. And then bringing everything back to the center, remove the brick. Lift your feet up, reach underneath your knees and pull the knees close to your shoulders. Pull the belly in, feel the back straight and rock side to side. That feels really good to me. And then if you wish, move your hands higher up the leg to the bottoms of your feet or your ankles for a full happy baby. Pushing your feet to the sky, keep the right leg and then send the left one to the floor. Pull the leg a little closer. Hold it there. Reach for either the inside of the foot, the ankle, or grab the big toe and send your leg out wide. Keep your back on the floor. And then coming back to the center, reach for the ankle and pull the knee towards the floor. Reach for your foot and bring it across the body for just a simple, another, I should say, sleeping pigeon, but this time we'll keep it in this position. So use your elbow to press the leg a little away. You should maybe rock a little side to side. Or feel free to just stay really still and just embrace the deep stretch. Bring your knees to touch. And slide the right leg all the way to the floor and extend the left leg to the sky. Pull it in towards you, making sure you're staying rooted to the floor. And then moving it out wide. Pulling it back to the center and bending the knee, pulling it down towards the floor and reach for your foot. Bring it across your body and find your sleeping pigeon, creating your own resistance here. And then just bring the knees together. Allow the feet to touch down. If you need one more little release, just tip them a little side to side. Otherwise, it's time to make our way into our Shavasana. Extending the legs. Remember, if extended legs bothers your back, keep the knees bent or take the butterfly pose or the opposing knees touching pose. Any of these will work. Any position will work in Shavasana. So use this moment to close your eyes and bring your awareness to your breath, to the here and the now, to how you feel. Just let your breath come and go. If your busy mind is insisting on bringing thoughts in, Like your breath, let them come, but then just let them go.
Slowly begin to move your fingers, your toes, bring your knees to your chest. Moving off to your side. And making your way back where we started. Well, we didn't start here, back to easy pose, where we bend. Making your way into easy pose, just go ahead and close your eyes. Bow your head. And I end today with wise words from Confucius, who says, our greatest glory is to never fall, but to rise every time we fall. Namaste.